When the position of front desk, second-level management at Coolum came up, I grabbed it with both hands. I packed up my tiny flat into a removalist truck, loaded up my car, and headed north. I'd found a one-bedroom place in Coolum, above some old lady's house. Apparently it had once been one big house, built with a self-contained apartment on the second floor for the owner's parents. It had an open living area, small kitchen and bathroom, and my own laundry. There was even a balcony that overlooked the hinterland. At some point it had been closed off to the rest of the house, probably when the new owners realised the upstairs could be leased out to help supplement their home loan. But there was a yard, a lock-up garage, the greenest trees I'd ever seen hiding all the neighbours from view, and it sure as hell beat living in an apartment complex. Rent was cheap enough, given the terms of my lease agreement. For a reduced weekly rent, all I had to do was help the old lady downstairs out by mowing a lawn once a week. How hard could it be? I mean, I'd mown my parents' lawn every week since I was a kid. The lawnmower was provided. I'd seen the yard on my rental inspection when I'd signed the lease. It'd take me 30 minutes, tops. Easy peasy. So I got all moved into my new place and had everything unpacked on day one. I met my downstairs landlady for the first time as the two bulky removalists were lugging my bed up the stairs. I was at the bottom of the stairs watching them, not entirely ogling, when a tiny 5-foot-tall woman stood beside me. She didn't say anything for a while, just stared at the men straining to get the wooden bedhead up the flight of stairs. Still, without looking at me, she hummed, "Nice ass." I almost choked on my sip of water.
Don't tell me you weren't looking. I might be a little hard of hearing, but I ain't blind.
Right then. I held out my hand. "Name's Griffin Burke." She shook my hand, and a hard, firm grip surprised me. She looked kind of frail at first, but then I noticed her tattoos. Her entire right arm was now a mottled, wrinkled mass of blue and coloured ink on sun-leathered skin. Given she looked to be in her 70s, she must have had a full sleeve done 40 or 50 years ago. Jesus.
Bernice Warren.
She was wearing a sleeveless tank top and a flowing skirt. Upon closer inspection, she looked like a hippie that peace, love, and time forgot. Her face had seen too much sun as well, wrinkled and leathered, though I imagine she would have once been stunningly beautiful. Her blue eyes still had spark. Her long hair, once blonde, was now ash-grey.
"Come with me,"
she said, turning on her heel and walking toward the roller door. When she turned, I noticed her left arm. Old mottle blue tattoos went to her elbow, as well as 2 scars that looked like lightning strikes. They looked surgical, and my first thought was shoulder reconstruction, but then I noticed one scar ran underneath her shirt and up her neck. She turned the latch on the roller door, and using her right arm only, lifted the door to review a storage space. Inside was a lawnmower, wheelbarrow, and some gardening tools. Ah, right. I was the resident mower of lawns.
"I do it myself," she said, "but the old arm doesn't work like it used to."
She lifted her left arm rigidly. It didn't hang useless, but there was definitely restricted movement. "It's fine," I said. "I don't mind mowing lawns at all. My weekends will be Monday and Tuesday, though, not Saturday and Sunday, if that's okay."
"It's fine. Don't much care which day you do 'em."
She nodded to herself.
"Last tenant was a nice girl. Started out with good intentions, and she was going to do all sorts of things to help me out, but that didn't last long."
Bernice looked up at me and stared for a good long minute.
"You're not the church-going type, are you?"
"Uh."
"I don't mind if you are. I just don't want to offer you one of my special brownies and for you to totally hash out on me and start mumbling biblical shit at me every time you see me."
I fought a smile and lost, and tried not to laugh, but couldn't help that either. "Not biblical, not in that sense, anyway, unless you consider my staring earlier at that guy's ass a religion."